Welcome to another episode of the show, Personality Guest of the Week, on our YouTube channel, Personalities and Events TV. My name is Eniola Adesugba. Today, I have another personality on this show, a politician par excellence, a grassroots politician, a man of impeccable character. He is an honorable representing the good people of Cayman, Boratin, Federal Constituency. Please do join me as I welcome on the show today no other person than Honorable Omar Bio. Sir, you are welcome on the show. I know I've not really done justice to your personality. Who is Honorable Omar Bio?
Thank you so much, my brother. I am Mohammed Omar Bio. I represent the entire people of Boratin and Cayman Federal Constituency. I come from Kwara State. Honorable Mohammed Omar Bio was born on the 25th of June, 1964 in Elisha Barba, in Boratin local government area of present Kwara State. My father is a native of Elisha, my mother is a native of Okuta, all in Boratin local government area of Kwara State. I started my primary school education in 1973 and ended in 1979. In 1980, I got an admission into Government Secondary School, Kayama. And when I spent about 2.5 years or thereabout, I got transferred to Government Secondary School, Yashikura, where I obtained my West African School Certificate examination in 1984. As a rural growing child, on completion of my education, I had to get myself involved in assisting my late father, in farming activities. So in 1986, I got an admission to Nibusa Teachers College to read for pivotal course. I finished in 1988. On completion of my pivotal program, I was involved in community development service in Elisha by teaching the then local government secondary school in Elisha Barba, where I was teaching English literature and integrated science. In 1989, I had a pensionable appointment with the then Borgu Local Government Education Authority, Nibusa, now Niger State, as a class teacher, and I was posted to Bukaru. I taught in Bukaru very briefly before I was moved to Kayama local government, when Kayama local government council was created in 1989. I was in Kayama very briefly and I was sent on course by the local government council there. On arrival, on completion of my program, I was made an accountant. And in 1991, when Boratin local government was created, I was subsequently transferred to be the acting treasurer in Boratin Local Government Education Authority. Because of my zeal to further my education, I gained an admission at the famous University of Jos. I read diploma in accounting. In 1995, I completed my diploma program with an upper credit in accounting. And in 1997, I subsequently gained an admission via a direct entry into the Ekiti State University, Ado Ekiti, the Fountain of Knowledge. I studied BSc Accounting and graduated with a second-class honors degree, upper division. On arrival, I was made the head of section Finance and Supply. I served in 9 local government in Kwara State before being promoted and moved to the suburb headquarters as the chief accountant. Today, I'm a fellow of the Certified Public Accountant of Nigeria. In 2013, I voluntarily resigned my appointment to contest for an election as a council chairman under the umbrella of People's Democratic Party. PDP. I got elected by my people, and I presided over the local government council as a chairman. I served out my tenure successfully. On completion of my stewardship as a council chairman, I stayed back at home with my people. So, before my subsequent election in 2019 into the House of Representatives, my brother, this is the brief of Mohammed Omar Bio you seek to know.
Tell us, what really motivated you to go into politics?
My intention to go into politics is service intent. The zeal to serve my people was what motivated me to go into politics. Well, very often than not, sometimes I think certain things are supposed to be done better than the way they were done in the past. So there is the need for certain people to correct the narratives. And that was exactly what prompted me to go into politics.
Tell us, how will you describe your victory in the 2019 general election?
Well, Alhamdulillah, I thank God for His mercies. We thank God, Allah the Omnipotent and Omniscience. He does everything. In the beginning, it was sort of my brother. I had to face litigations from High Court down to Supreme Court. But like I said, Alhamdulillah, I eventually triumphed. It was a pre-election matter. I don't have a problem with my opponents in PDP. They are my supporters. They also supported me to some extent. None of them dragged me to court. Even while we were in court, some of them were prayerful that in the end I should triumph and that God has done it. So that is why I said in the beginning it was rough. But much later, Alhamdulillah, God has done His best, the best He can do for us.
Lead us to some of the motion you moved or bill sponsored by you on the floor.
I think I have moved about 5 motions and 3 bills. Some of these motions I moved. One was the construction and the reconstruction of Kisi Kayama Road, Kayama Kosobosu Road, and Kayama Nibusa Road, because these are the road that borders on my federal constituency I represent today. Aside that, I moved another motion on the need to provide infrastructural facilities in all the border communities in Nigeria, with particular reference to Barutin and Kayama border communities, because primarily these are the people I represent. Minus that, I moved another motion on the need for government and NEMA to come into the aid of flood and wind disaster at the last rainfall. And NEMA did that for Barutin and Kayama. We thank God for His mercy. Beside that, I moved another motion on the need for the government to make sure that they stop incessant killings, harassment, victimization, and extortion of my people by the soldiers and other security agencies that are sent to man the border communities. They turn themselves to revenue collectors, collecting illegal fees from motorists, cyclists, and of course sometimes from even pedestrians. They did not go down well with us. It's quite sad to note that on the 8th of January 2021, when some of these motorists refused to even pay the illegal fee, double They pleaded that they should be allowed to pay while going or while coming. The soldier men refused. They descended on them with guns and horsewhips on their refusal to pay the illegal fee. That led to the death of 3 innocent citizens, while 7 others sustained various degree of bullet wounds and had been treated in several hospitals. My brother, I sponsored a motion in view of that and other motions so far. To the bills that are standing in to my credit, I have sponsored 3 bills, and all the 3 bills are establishment bills. They are establishment bills in the sense that federal government presence in my federal constituency is near 0. I say near 0 because we do not have federal government parastatals and agencies there. So I feel concerned. Like I told you, these are part of the passion I have to come into politics. For us to change the narratives. My first bill was the establishment of Federal Medical Center to be established in Elisha Baruba, Kwara State. The whole of Bauchi local government, my dear brother, we don't have a good recognized government hospitals. So that was what propelled me to sponsor that bill. The second bill was on the establishment of Federal University of Agriculture, Kayama, to be located in Kayama. Predominantly, my people are farmers. And we have very good land, fertile land. And we have sufficient land that can accommodate whatever structure the federal government wants to put in place. The third bill was also the establishment of Federal University of Science and Technology, to be sited in Kosbos with the local government headquarters of Bauchi. These are the 3 bills that are standing in my favor for my people.
Tell us some of the projects facilitated by you and empowerment program for the good people of your constituency.
At the moment, I facilitated the supply and installation of 111 solar street lights across all the 21 wards I represent, comprising Barutin and Kayama Federal Constituency. Completed, already is there. I also facilitated 6 industrial boreholes, tapped water sanitation across Barutin and Kayama.
And working perfectly.
Perfectly now, find out. Okay. I constructed 3 motorized boreholes for Barutin and Kayama at different locations. They are there. I also constructed 31 hand pump boreholes spread across Barutin and Kayama Federal Constituency, my dear brother. At the moment, I have given the go-ahead to my contractor to proceed in sinking 8 additional boreholes for Tumbuya, Nanoru, Alaji Girenkwaru, Gwashoro, Mosibofa, Tuka, Bwereguru, and Shia, respectively. Aside that, there is an ongoing construction of cemetery road in Elisha. It's a project facilitated by me. It's ongoing. I am also fencing the cemetery in Guanara, having fenced the ED praying ground in Elisha Baruba. My dear brother, you may not believe this. I am constructing a police station in Kenu. Very soon, I will complete it. I have also got myself involved in granting of bursary to undergraduate and postgraduate students in Barutin and Kayama Federal Constituency.
This is a personality program, so let me ask you this question. How was your, on a lighter mode now, how was your growing up days like? Were you born with a silver spoon?
Well, my brother, that's another interesting side. we will have to go back, the dandering. That's the essence of history. Like Kamara Lai used to say, as a country boy, when you grew up in a rural environment, you are a country child. It's interesting. Interesting in the sense that you have to pass through so many hurdles. You see, initially when I was growing up and I entered primary school, my father enrolled me into primary school. He also got me enrolled into the local Quranic education under the tutelage of Alhaji Idris Biogun of blessed memory. May his soul rest in peace. May the soul of my parents too rest in peace. So while attending the primary school, in the evening we go to attend the local Quranic education. During weekend, we follow our parents to the farm. Sometimes when we return from farm, we follow our malams to farm to fetch firewood for the women and to fetch water for them. Aside that, by the time we finish our primary school and we are now going to secondary school, we feel we have graduated from a particular level, we are now going to another level. We got ourselves involved in menial labors, at least to get something to sustain yourself. So as a rural child, our growing was very interesting and funny, but that is not to say that it doesn't have its challenges. It has its challenges. There is no child that grows in Africa without having one or two challenges.
On a final note, insecurity in the land. What's your take on this?
Insecurity is the major challenge we are facing today as a nation. Look at what is happening everywhere. Are you talking of the Northeast? Are you talking of Zamfara? Are you talking of Kaduna? Are you talking of Katsina? Like that and like that. But you see, in my own opinion, I want the federal government to improve on its security architecture. Besides, the federal government should also look inward by making consultation with all security experts in this country. To get them engaged, they should have a robust engagement to get a panacea towards these security challenges. And brother, this I think, if it is done, we'll be able to smile a bit.
This is where we are going to draw the curtain for this week's episode of your show, Personality Guest of the Week. And to my guest for today, Honorable Omar Bio, special thanks to you for coming on the show. Till I come your way again, my name still remains Eniola Adesugba. Like I do say, stay out of trouble. Nigeria shall be great again. Bye for now.